Saved by the bell. Anita doesn't go far, just a few steps to MC Collectibles. Unlike the next-door neighbours, this is a traditional antique shop. Less paraphernalia, more Victoriana.
This brooch here. We see there's a photograph there. Is that a soldier or a sailor? It's the type of thing that you would put a lock of a loved one's hair. It's what we call a mourning brooch, Victorian mourning brooch. And that little Boy Scout's in me. I wonder what happened to him.
Pendants and brooches containing portrait miniatures and locks of love have been popular for centuries, particularly in the Victorian period. The price of £20 reflects that Michael probably thinks it's pinchbeck, a brass imitation of gold.
I suppose you wanted to everybody can see it.
Did you test it?
I didn't know, but I think it has been tested.
It's definitely pinchbeck. I still quite like it. It depends on the price. It's something that I could maybe go for.
I'll give you a fiver.
Could you do it for £10? Can you do it for £10? Thank you very, very much.
Anita's eye catches the glint of amber glass, and if there's a bargain to be had,
I'd like glass myself. This is quite pretty. There's no maker's name on it, and I prefer it to have a maker's name, but I think it's quite pretty, and I must.
no name and also no price. Anita's on the case.
Michael, could you do that one for a tenner? Yeah, okay. That's great. No maker's name, it's still not very much glass. That's lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So Anita's on the roll today. 4 in the bag at a cost of a mere £66, even with no boots. And meanwhile, at Sunnyside, Mark has decided it's time to finally plump for one or two of the luxuries he's been longing for.
My favourite little package on his box. Very nicely made with these little drums.
It's made of alabaster, actually, Mark, like onyx and agate, a mineral that's been carved by man since ancient times. And the name may derive from an Egyptian goddess called Bast. But in fact,
I would have put this around about 1910, 1920. It's a really difficult institute because it's just for one of those people who have food death, but it's just a very, very pretty little thing. The price of that at the moment is £40, which is not too bad actually. The difficulty is you're relying on people that have the same taste as people who like
what could be even more frivolous than that?
So the sort of poet who have responded to your carriage way home after the ball. So it has this in the little elegant Victorian cabaret. We've got this little sort of tough little stove. It's like lovely blue. Of course, it's been inside this it's just absolutely beautiful without nothing. We've still got that little glittery effect that we used to write in the back. Well, there's a new promise of it. So I'm Even if you get very happy. Or collective.
Yes, Mark, that means crying.
Is that right?
Those lessons from Anita are clearly paying off. Looks like he's learned something else from her too. Scottish glass can make a tidy profit.
Anita did very well with her Strathern vase yesterday. I think that was because she was the local girl. That's what made the picture. And I love this because I love the shape of it, and it's very much that large glass style. It's got the nice round bottle on the bottom. But is it, £100 piece, a £20 piece, or a £200 piece? I simply have no idea.
Monarch from Crete owes its distinctive look to a family of Spanish glassblowers called the Isards, who came to Scotland in 1915. Their paperweights, scent bottles, vases and the like were soon in huge demand at shops like Liberty and Tiffany's in the 20s and 30s. And Mark's also tempted by something he does know a fair bit about.
It's quite nice to actually. Even though it's just a very simple plain piece of silver. It's chefing on it. Like I think looking at that so far, I think it's probably George the Fifth. Late 30s, 20s, I would have thought. So we put that down on them, but that's 45. Right, I need to start considering decisions now. I mean, this one I like. You've got 40 on it, which is a reasonable start. What would be its absolute years on there?
30.
Or 27?
28.
29. £50, okay, that's. And what about this? Would you say 45 on that?
That's correct. Coming down to 38.
38.
It'd be worth more in scrap.
This is the thing I absolutely adore. You've got it priced up at 105. What would be your absolutely lowest price on that?
The best I can do would be 90. If it helps, I'll go there to
Thank you. And this Monarch,
I would do for 60.
60. Gosh, what you're getting it down.
Okay, so we have 153 for those three. I'll put that one in. £200.
Still
I'm going to go for. I blow most of my budget, very close to my budget. What's all right as my first shot. Am I mad? Yes, of course I am completely.
I couldn't possibly comment on. So, while we give Mark the opportunity to nap in haste and repent at leisure, Anita is back on the road. Driving from Inverleithen to Rosslyn in Midlothian to visit its world-famous 15th century chapel. If you've ever seen the movie of the Da Vinci Code, then you'll probably recognise the chapel, which featured in a fairly climactic scene. For centuries, people have puzzled over the meaning of the rich and abundant comings here.
Oh, Simon, this is the most extraordinary place.
Dan Brown, like many before him, concluded that the carvings must be
Nobody
the
whispered, didn't they?
great secret, usually involving Knight Templars and the Holy Grail. But there's a confusing amount of pagan imagery too, as Anita's guide Simon Beattie explains.
This is a green man. It's a symbol that pops up all over the world. It's a pagan symbol originally. It's a god of nature, god of fertility. Usually you get one or two. In a church we've got over 100.
Do you sometimes feel that the eyes are following you around?
There are occasions when you do feel, yeah, somebody wants to do something like that.
Amongst the incredible detail of what remains of the chapel are numerous quirks and curiosities like this, the oldest known carving of a Scottish bagpipe,
I'll
as
probably
well as a
we'll find
reminder
it.
or two of the nameless crafts of Bill Rosslyn.
Is that the apprentice story? That's wonderful. I believe there's a story behind that.
There is, yes. The master mason was given the task of recreating pillars and rope. He went off the rope to look at the face of the pillar. While he was away, the apprentice mason carved his pillar. The official master mason came back, was very upset. Someone carved his spot. That's very busy. It's not nice to do.
He got his comeuppance though. This is the fate of the master, condemned to stare forever at his apprentice's work.
Do you know that?
Those two could have done with making a study of Mark and Anita's harmonious working relationship. Although, of course, the auction is still to come. Right now, though, Mark's reached in Lethan, hot on Anita's shopping trail.
Anita Manning is in the vicinity. There's a number of shops in this street. I'm heading for the nearest one, which is Keepsake, and let's hope she's gone in there. Hello, you must be Margaret.
Hello, nice to
I'm
meet you.
right there.
Even though he
Oh,
already
hello.
has four
How are
items,
you?
Keepsake has plenty to catch Mark's eye, like some typical Scottish pottery,
I'm
as well
alright.
as famous names like Susie Cooper and Paris Cliff.
And what's on the clock, do you know?
Well, I think it's about 400 or something.
But I think it's probably a wee bit of an emotion.
Mark is now getting even warmer, following Anita's footsteps to AEK. Hello.
So this is just the sort of shop I'm looking at. It's very good. I'm cutting into shells and finding something. But it looked like a big mess. But actually, what I have found, these are a pair of brass lactose door fittings. And I think they're rather fun.
Yeah.
The pockets in them, will they be a bit better? What sort of price do you actually get for that? I do love them. Choices. What's this?
I don't know.
That's what they get.
It's a pastry.
Oh, it is a player. I've never seen one that shape before. So it's like a tool, and you think, nice, isn't it? And it's quite well upholstered. It's probably an oak frame or something that we thought of. So how does it work? So you
Well, I think you actually,
funny thing, that isn't it? You've got it priced up at 25. I could do it for you. So like it's a box with F on it. So I like these two things. Brian, I wasn't intending to buy any more today. I was going to save my musket for tomorrow. Yes, I know. Oh, Brian, you are too. You're leading me astray.
Well, tomorrow I'm trying nothing, so I wish I'd got that stuff in the right.
Can I be cheeky?
No.
Very cheeky.
Should I be cheeky then?
Could we do the two, please?
These are 2 for 20 hours, that's an excellent habit.
I'm going to do
I
it.
can't
Brian, thank you very much.
I talk about playing games.
Oh my
Get me to put masters
Stuck with the consequences.
Yeah, so
The Virgin Media Sports Bundle.
there
This
you
one
can
is
see
for the
it.
fans. Get stacks of sport, including Sky Sports HD, F1, TV, and ultra-fast M500 broadband. Plus, Netflix and Skyland included. All for under £53 a month. That's right, our lowest ever price is back. Visit virginmedia.com.
At the moment, just listening to music. Ready.
What daughter is missing? It knows he watches the ground she walks on.
Be careful what you wish for. This etiquette, watch what you Day 2 finds our hero and heroine heavy in baggage and writing funds after a bumper start to their secret tour.
We really don't know what's
Yeah,
going
but
on
they
as
might
far
know
as
I agree, but also quite a worry.
Mark has already splashed out
Don't
£200
really
I'm
have
13 now.
not least a potentially lucrative press school, leaving him with just over £100. While Anita spent £66 on 4 items, including some fairly unusual hoof boots,
Can't keep money maker.
leaving her with just under £250. £30. Today's candidate from Rosslyn to Edinburgh, boarding in on first on the outskirts of Dalkeith.
I'll tell you what though, what's the deal now? Keep doing that, I'll do it again.
First run farm antiques, a vast part of the place, mostly filled with furniture. Stores were appealed to trade buyers wanting to refurb and sell on.
This is a place to sell.
Metropolis, next door, certainly lives up to its name. Not fine antiques, but everyday items arranged decoratively, with an emphasis on fun and kitsch.
That looks like a standard lamp.
A long way above standard, surely. But after the fashion, Anita wastes no time in unearthing yet another very practical box.
In the west of Scotland, they love arts and crafts and written metal. People
Not
like
like a
it
rug box.
as well. It's hand hammered. And I love the text. I love that stylized text.
At the turn of the 20th century, Scotland experienced a flowering of Art Nouveau design. The Scottish blend of arts and crafts, Celtic revival, and Eastern influences became known as the Glasgow School.
Do that for £20.
£20.
Well, that's what
Oh,
So
that's quality contract.
If you could come to 10,
12.
if you could come to 10, it would give me a chance. I mean, I might make 18 on it. I might not £18, but it might go to 18.
Still 12.
I still do it.
It's 12. I think you'll.
you need to kind of
Can we-
factor this in.
Can we come in between 10 and 12? You think this way we were buying a Lamborghini or something? We go for 11. That's lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I haven't got any. Check that
Want to just go for 6 quid?
While Anita notches up another saving, Mark has decided that his dwindling funds are unlikely to be dispersed in Dalkeith. Instead, he's liberated the little Morris for a trip to the university. Mark travels from Dalkeith to Edinburgh, Scotland's capital.
I think Edinburgh.
He said that
Dominated by a castle of rock, not forgetting the extinct volcano of Martha's Seat, Edinburgh is famous for its arts festival and its rich literary tradition. Writers like Boswell and Sir Walter Scott lived here. J.K. Rowling still does. It's also the birthplace of Robert Louis Stevenson, author of the chilling Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and where two people-like sinister characters, Bert and Hare, went on a grisly murder spree to supply corpses for medical research. Mark's here to visit the Department of Anatomy, where Gordon Findlater, the museum's curator, can show him plenty of old bones.
And it's the skeleton of Tony Burke. I've been here for the last 100 years. He started on that time and he's
Then we got this for that.
an old soldier guy. Shortly after that, another lodger was taken well for an infection, not good for business.
Of the
So all the days
movie.
died.
What's the price with everything at that lodging?
I'm working in the winter down 7,000 summer.
£7 if we're looking at sort of the Asian countries, there's some people who are going to pay £7 a year there.
I'm not sure, but I think it's not around, it's probably coming up 10 or 12, 17
some of the main games I do.
Burke and Hare murdered 16 people over the course of 9 months before they were finally arrested.
Burke was sentenced to
be hung. In fact, the sentence was to be hung, accepted on display. Hence one of the reasons why we haven't here hanged to this day. That was part of the sentence.
Incredibly, William Hare, who had testified against his partner, escaped punishment entirely.
Here we have the life mask of Burke here. And above is the death mask of Burke.
Okay, good.
The rope marks going around the back of his neck. 25,000 people were in the lawn market to watch Burke. So it's a public Great.
No idea. Can
From body snatchers to party grabbers, Anita now has 5 items. First, stop the shop, the right way.
I have one more short. I have 5 items. However, I have a kind of plan. What I was thinking, if I see a nice piece of jewellery, then I can buy it. I can put it in with my little brooch just to bump under it.
Anita is coming from Dalkeith to North Berwick to visit Lovage and Lace.
Helen, can I have a wee look around? This looks absolutely wonderful.
Lovage and Lace sells a mixture of antique, vintage and reproduction. Anita, though, has eyes for only one thing.
So do you think that's not dear? I'm looking for something specific. And I'm being filled away by this marvelous vintage costume, which I absolutely love. Can we look at that wee cat brooch? I think that's lovely. Look at the fridge. It's very tempting. It's
You can have it for
main
It's got that sort of je ne sais quoi.
everything style. Everything performs a style.
Can I look at it in the daylight? I think it's from the 1930s. And I like the form. It's a stylized cat. Would I be able to make an offer for it? £10.
I'll do it for 12. No, because it's such a bargain.
Yes, would you take 10? I can take it down to 10.
I'll take 11.
11? Shall we just go for it?
I'll give you £20
With the cat in the bag, it's time for Anita to meet Mark and reveal what she's been up to for the last few days.
Shall I start?
Yes.
Okay, I'll dig into my blue bag and take out a little silver decanter.
The price of silver is high just now. Did you have to pay a lot of money?
I paid £38 for it.
£38, that's not bad at all.
And now for Anita's paperweight.
It's continental silver, marked 925.
Okay.
So we have this rather nice work on the silver here, this lovely smoky topaz.
But the crucial thing is,
I paid 18 for it.
that's very good.
Do you think
I
so?
think that's very
I was hoping to get it really
good. I think it's very good.
One of Mark's luxuries, the alabaster box.
When you open it up, it's marked with a letter. So I think that fits the 1920.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Well, it's not too bad. My next item is a piece of 20th century design. When I lifted it up, it's a good weight. That's got this beautifully finished base here, made of with the polish. So there is quality there.
I must do that different.
£10.
Well, it's nothing. My third item of fragrance is also
One art.
I just fell in love with that sort of buttons for shoulders. It's very delicious. It's very touchable. You know, you want to stroke it and feel it. I paid £47 for it.
That's a very conservative price. That's a very good price. Did I see a wee nip here?
So you didn't feel really
Right, my next item, very useful item, no one should be without them. Clock, clip,
Oh,
clock,
Anita, Anita, man. I mean, you're going from the sublime to the ridiculous. What on earth did you buy them for?
These have belonged to a very famous racehorse. In fact, I'll just have a wee look. Red rum, look.
Oh, no, better. So you paid nothing for them?
£38. Do you like them?
No. Shall I gallop on to my next item?
A little brass tool from a very same shop.
I think it's been reupholstered by a carpenter.
Do you think so? Do you? And the dealer said I could have it for £18. And then I spotted this.
Uh-huh.
He found it at the both of them. And I thought it was a little bit of fun.
Are you going to put them as one lot? I think that's a lovely box, and I like paperwork. Although you didn't do too well in paperwork in your last sale. Sorry for reminding you.
You carry on. Shall I go to the tavern stall?
Very carefully following you, Mr. King. Thank you for the wine touching. These people, they are dangerous.
Next to liters are Lufo's slipper box.
It's rather sweet, actually.
I like paperwork, and it's just for very good prices at auction.
Is it very much?
£11.
I can't really say.
It's a good price for that.
So this lady's soft.
Oh, that's so sweet.
With the lovely blue organic preserve inside.
And that's the original material.
It is.
I have to ask you now, how much?
Well, I paid £85.
On a good day with a good wind behind the sails, you could go to £150.
Thank you.
Anita's jewellery joint lot.
Now, it's a typical Victorian mourning brooch. I'm sending it to the auction as yellow metal, but it has some quality. I bought it for £10. Yeah.
Are you going to adventure the tour? Have you got another one here?
It's a little stylized cat. It is continental, and it weighs a little. Body.
So it's £21.
21 for the two.
Okay. Well, Anita, I think it's a tale of two buying trips this time. And I think I went for reasonable quality. So if you bought wisely, as I said, by wisely, I'm going to find out how much is it doing.
And here's what they really think.
Well, when they've
The
got a lot.
great two-legged horse, clippity-clop things. I touched it 24 miles. If you go and touch it, probably rocky bit like the horse.
But look, it's more like cat scratcher. It's absolutely horrible.
Compared the two lots, I've really bought better items. Whether that will result in better profit, it's anyone's guess, really.
I'm not taking as much a chance as Mark is on this one. And I think that I probably have the age when this year.
After starting out in the direction of wisdom, this lady acted back will be
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I'm always excited.
I'm sure you'll make a profit.
And of course, you did, Anita, and I'm sure you will make a profit.
Yes. I'll hold your hand
Come on,
down.
lead the way, darling.
The Edinburgh Public Gathering to inspect goods and the hammer is poised before, but Mark and Anita are keen to grab a quick word from Commissioner Sibel Thompson.
How are they going to do, Sybil? Well, keep our fingers crossed. I want one or two nice quality items.
Well, I did.
I particularly like the little Georgian ivory purse, which I think is particularly special. I'm very probably inlaid with a piece of gold. The horseshoe covers, I think they're great fun. I think they're a real novelty sort of collector's items. They're interesting, and so we'll see.
Anita has spent £88 on 5 lots. Lavished £220 also on 5 lots.
There we are then. Chris Bates.
Let's go.
1 minute to go. Are you excited?
I am excited. I'm nervous, of course, as usual.
Kicking off with the hoof boots.
I've got 20 bid commission, 20 bid, 20 bid, 25, 30, 5, 40. You're all outseated, make no mistake, you're on commission at 40. Anyone going on at £40 to 521.
A profit of £12 before commission on the boots.
It's all red drumming and clothing dobbing.
Next, Mark's Hallmark bars.
150, 50, 35, 40. £40. Any fans on 40, 45, £50. Base with the lady at 50, 55. Any fans on 55. Down to my right at 55, 60, 60, £60. Right at the back at 60, 65, 65. Any fans on 65.
Auction £20 made on the business debt.
So it's a small profit, at least it's a profit.
Next to Anita's anonymous glass.
Let's start with £30 for it. 30, 20, 20 bid, 20 bid, it's going on, 20 bid, 25, 30, £30, still on commission at £30, 901.
Return.
Not huge profits, but reasonable, decent working profits.
Now Mark's favourite item, the sovereign purse.
Quite a lot of bids on it. At £65, 65, 75, 85, 85 would be on commission. 85, 85, 95, 100, 100, 100. On the telephone at 100, on the phone at 100. Any bands on 100, on the phone at £100.
Because she'd have to pay that.
Certainly not what he hoped for.
That's a lot.
Anita's still a box.
20 bid, 20 bid, 20 bid, 25. 30, £30 on the right at 30. Anyone else going on at 30? The bid's on my right at £30. The bid at
Well, you were spotted by it. Absolutely spot on.
Another small game for Anita.
I would have liked a bit more, but then again, I'm happy with that.
Mark's silver coaster is under the hammer next, but Mark's head, it seems, is elsewhere.
5, 50, 5, 60, 5, 70, 5, 75, standing on my leg, 75, anyone else like in at £75, 71.
Full marks for silver, 37 profit before commission.
Oh, that's pushed me right back up.
Anita's smoky topaz paperweight.
Make a start, 30, 30 bid, 35, 40, 5, 45, 45, at £45.
Not a hefty profit, but over twice the cost.
What do I know? I clearly know absolutely nothing.
That tastes
Oh,
And I'm going on, and I Alabaster box at £20.
£10 off before commission.
No, that's disappointing.
Anita's little jewellery lot.
Morning brooch and cap brooch at 45.
45.
65, 65, still on commission, 65, 65, at £65, 901.
A very sharp profit.
I knew this was going to go down.
Now, does this lot happen?
We'd like to start with £40 for these, 40, 20, 20, £20 for one, 20, £10, beautiful apple for the same, £10, £10, £10, 10 bit, 10 bit, 10 bit, 10 bit, on a bit of 10. 12, 12, another number, 12, 12, 12, at £12,
An £8 box before auction costs. Seems like he wasn't listening long.
I haven't seen it, surprised.
Anita's less than concerned words attempted by the knowledge that she now leads by about £50. Call it a short bet. Mark began with 324.40p and paid £3 and 4p after auction costs. So he now has 324.44p to spend tomorrow. Anita started the ground with £294.40p and paid £18.20p after auction costs, leaving her with £317.60p to spend tomorrow.
Never mind why. Not much ahead. Don't be depressed. We'll go for a wee spin and have a nice one.
Oh, the road's on you.
Join us tomorrow when Mark celebrates a bargain find.
Absolutely. This is actually a piece of
That's amazing. I didn't know that was there.
So the one where we tell what the
Landscape.
unless they're really absolutely.
No, I'm trying to get.
We kept him in the ship, of course.
The meal deal plus the McDonald's. Select the tin, the burger, medium fries. Select the
We
drink.
wanted to
Plus the
settle down in
choices
London.
of 5 bombs. Or for $5. The nation's favourite antiques expert for £200 each on one big challenge.
Only to get a war.
Wow.
Who can make the most money? Buying and selling antiques as they scar the UK. The aim is to trade now for each antique returns a profit. But it's not as easy as you might think. Things don't always go to crash. So then we'll stop with a huge profit or come to a crashing halt. This is the Antiques Factory. This week we're wending our way through Scotland in high summer with Mark Stacey and Anita Manning. And there's a campaign for you.
The British summertime.
Well, it's always Mediterranean climate in Scotland, Mark.
Yes, I could see it, Lisa. My castanets are frozen.
Anita and wee Horace have taken the high road, the low road, and even a few long roads.
It's going to
Now they're getting very close to the border.
So just over that hill is England.
I'm sure there's going to be battles around here.
Yeah. Do you think it'll improve your performance, Mark?
Well, I hope so, Anita. Because it needs improving, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
50,000.
Mark is a valuer and a dealer who loves to fashion.
I daren't ask you for a discount on Ford.
You wouldn't. But that could get him into trouble. Mother Anita, Mira is both the Queen of Canada,
22 pounds? That's too much.
and a mother with a shoulder to cry on.
I clearly know absolutely nothing.
The average have already made a major profit. Mark goes into today with £327.44 to spend.
They'll
Although
make up and they'll do it,
of £378.60.
Although this was a little bit hard there.
This week's Jubilee is inspired the charming cities of Edinburgh, Durham to first in North Yorkshire. Today's show starts right at Melrose in the Scottish borders and heads for a body of water in Scotland. Several hundred years ago, the borders were a frightening place, a lawless region where raiding bands from both sides wreaked invisible destruction, which is why you'll find an awful lot of ruined abbey hereabouts.
Beautiful little water.
Lovely, isn't it?
I think it's 4 antique shops.
I think so. It's a 50th century choice.
This is Melrose, where the heart of King Robert the Bruce is buried and where running history was made when they invented the seven-a-side version in 1883. Today's activity, however, is strictly a singles competition.
What's your strategy today?
I'm not quite sure, Mark. I think I'm going to remain unconfident.
I do think you ought to try less of this badness. You need to risk something.
So that Lord on duo hit the streets of Melrose to try for a market. It has arrived at Whole Lot Antiques, where there are indeed quite a few objects gathered under one roof, but no dealers present, so inquiries must be directed to the shopkeeper at Glass.
There's a seal, and this part here would be used to stamp the wax to seal your letters, just for extra confidentiality. I'm not sure of the age of it. Do you know anything?
I'm afraid we don't know. All that we can tell you is what the dealer actually puts in the ticket.
Unfortunately, single ticket is a price of £52, but that may
You
be
can't
a
do
little
that.
bit flexible.
What best price would be?
So while Pat makes the call, Anita steps outside, not to nick it, but to take a closer look.
Not absolutely sure. It's modern. And it really is actually good.
You've been on number 5.
I need some more good news.
How?
What did you guys do? Got it
No,
down.
container,
I think she just
number 5.
Elsewhere in the
You've been on
road,
number 5.
his first shop, Michael V Design. It's a great place to visit.
Right, and then
Traditional
4.
antique shop.
No,
Fine,
and
Candle
then
Dry.
stranded.
Chocolate, and then more. What? There.
I love your shop. It's really what the park is going to be. This is an extra fulfilling of the own. That's what I was looking for, something a little bit more antique and a bit smoother.
Come out of the fire.
Well, I can feel that. That's why I know what people do something like that. I don't also find that.
Here it is.
Why would you have your phone on?
Oh, wow. Gosh, where on earth did you get this from?
Well, I think a couple of deeper about years
Why
ago.
would you have your phone on?
I mean, first of all, we've got some sort of thing with the
Well, it's a whistle.
It works. It does.
Police, fire brigade.
I know, do you know, I think it is some sort of after for a second when they're on parade, you've got to finally on, you've got all your slipper hands polished up and things. I suppose the big question is it the same?
I think it could.
Yeah. I don't suppose you have any idea what you want for it, even.
I can't remember what it was. The honest.
Oh,
You
you
can't remember. I think it was over 100.
Was it?
I'm sure it was over 100.
I mean, how close do you think we could get to it?
Well, a bit more than that. No, that's definitely a bit more.
How much more?
Well,
On the spot.
putting me on the spot. 120?
So we need to live with it. So,
100.
Oh.
I'm a hard worker.
I have to fight. And I guess.
She's going to
Despite having sealed her deal, Anita is still very occupied at the lockdown road.
Sometimes I like having a break just to lie on my dress. I see
Maybe worth it just for the Lord.
Can it be done for time?
So Anita was very high and the seal of her jade bracelet. Her right arm was a pretty blow and her arm was on.
Just I'm sure it will. What I absolutely feel about it just a hot skin on a job.
You think you're there, then it's no way, but you think no.
This is a very interesting job, for a very tiny problem. It's a very tiny fox's head with a lovely eye. It's nice to get. And then you've got good on the bottom. this was a good story. That they were West Korea. And through that, so I don't think we had almost never done anything to that. I appreciate this. Yeah.
Well beyond Mark's budget, but he soon hunts out something almost as foxy.
Just watching it.
Abigail.
World.
I like structure.
Markets in Manchester, Glasgow, Cardiff, no less, and all principal cities.
200.
Well, there's a box and a half, isn't there? Yeah. There's a charming little art-nouveau range, probably very set with a little bit of turquoise. I don't know what it is, jewellery, but I'm sure that's just the sort of sweet quality piece that elite or fine endearing. Yeah, price range, I'm sure. But I love the box.
Yeah, it is its original box.
It's just beautiful, isn't it?
70.
I don't know how it is. I just think there's such a job.
It would definitely help you.
It would help me a lot.
But I couldn't do any better.
You couldn't go lower than
300 of thoughts.
not 40,000.
How many gamble with it?
Go on what?
45.
When Anita was here earlier, there were a lot of antiques to choose from. Now there are a few less, but still quite enough for Mark.
Inside, this has been here so long. It's very interesting. This is sometimes called Saxon after the region in Japan it comes from. And you can see here, it's got a signature. And then that little mark there is the one for the Princess Saxon. That shows it's come from that area. It's not the best quality, but it's not worse quality either. It's actually quite good.
Saxon originated in Japan in the late 16th century, and it's still produced today. It's usually right here now.
We might be covered price 20.
28. Are you able to negotiate on behalf of the deal?
I could do £20.
I'm going to take that then.
So while Mark oversees the wrapping of another potential bargain,
Well, nothing there. Thank you.
Anita drives a few short miles to Abbotsford to visit the home of the great poet and novelist Sir Walter Scott. He was the first English-language author to have a successful international career as a writer in his lifetime for romantic novels like The Lady of the Lake and Ivanhoe. And Anita is here to meet Jason Dyer of the charity that safeguards this day.
Tell me when this building was built. It's in the Scottish Burial Style.
In the Scottish Burial Style. So Scott started in the 18th. This is the study. So this is like Scott actually wrote many of his later novels. This is his original desk where he wrote those novels.
Cool.
So
You've been there. You've been there. St. Walter Scott's house.
And in the desk,
Cool.
his spectacles are still there.
Let's say
The news is still there. So quite incredible. And also the index system that he used to put his books on the shelf. There are 2,000 books in San Diego. And these were books he was walking. Incredible atmosphere in this room.
Not only did Scott virtually invent the historical novel, the great collector of historical objects. It was sent to him to see artifacts from all over the world, novels, fiction, like his biography of Napoleon. Museum, the wood in his chair grew in the place where Scottish rebel William Boyce was captured, and the timber in his box honored the Spanish Armada.
So this is just a few Scott's collecting quite incredible array of This case here.
This is interesting. A piece of oak cake found in the pocket of an islander on a field on Colonial.
That's what it is. Actually, that it survived all this time. Quite often, swords did want to prove that what people are selecting is what it is meant to be. But sometimes you have grey areas around some of it.
They like the detective.
You do, yes.
Scott's incredible collection of diamonds, but also includes several famous locks of hair, as well as some precious possessions that have rarely been handled.
But crucifix.
Yes, yeah, crucifix. It's an important object. And it's believed to be one of the most Scott's total execution. You would like to think it's not Scott's detective, but that is what it is. If it is, then it really is history. One of the central features in this case is the ultimate that belongs to the million. It was a challenge. As it was built on the part of a friend, it's quite a privilege for me to handle the subject. It says this is reserved by the That's cheese bacon. We're coming to you live for Richard Cross. It's about to be arranged for the rules. Mr. Cross has ever come to this justice will provide all its Thank you very much.
Order 1. Watch all episodes right here on STV Player.
I can't find that well.
Well, I wonder if the significance of what a detailed fact has sunk in yet. I mean, anyone can discover your bargain, but the Emperor's hair? Ankayata. The next day, Jason did some further research into the discovery and asked Anita back to hear about the reaction it had already provoked.
Flurry of emails that I had with various different people also makes it exciting and so because they've seen it referenced in his letters even more powerful to them because it matches up the object in the collection to something that's making you think of his letters that they've never been able to find before. You know, did this really happen? Now you know for certain that it did.
The provenance is there.
It is incredible when you look at that lots of areas, but when you compare it to the other lots of areas we've got in different effects, they're all bleached white, like the sun. Yet this is the actual colour of
What a story.
Indeed. And a real first for the road trip too. Bravo. Back on the road, and our trippers are taking the easy way out of the borders.
Mark, the second day of the third leg.
The Spanish standard is always on our side. There's no resistance. It's just a competition between us.
Just between us.
Just between us.
We kids.
Just £5 on thanks to the greedy gate bracelet. So she now has £344.60p.
Bye-bye. Thanks now, bye-bye.
While Mark lavished £165 on 3 items, not least a very collectible whistle, leaving him with just £162.44. Today's minor excursion is from Melrose to Sutherland, Calling it first in Kelso.
Or can you just
Situated where the River Teviot meets the Tweed, Kelso has an abbey, also ruined, just like its neighbour, plus a fine castle where Mark will soon be heading.
Look up there. Lord's Castle. But there's something for you there.
What's that?
You haven't got.
Watch it. It's fabulous.
We're in Council.
Oh, Kelso Abbey.
I think we're into those apartments sooner than I thought.
But the town of Kelso is well worth a visit too, both for Georgian elegance and grace.
So Mark, off to Fleur's Castle.
Off to Florence Castle for me anytime. You've got a lovely market to go and explore.
There will be hundreds of bargains in that market. And I'll buy one for you.
I look forward to seeing it.
Kelso's marketplace is nicely cobbled and resembles a type of sunny day somewhere in Provence or the Dordogne. Luckily for Anita, however, the vendors here today are not flogging local legume, but a varied collection of antiques and curios.
I know Spanner. This man's better than me. Would this work in a Morris Minor?
I think that's a bit more sophisticated.
Is it? I suppose there is a market for that, for Rolls Royce collectors. Yeah. I quite like this piece here, the wee jockey. So this we would put this into our decanter. And it has a hallmark here. We'll just have a wee look, see where it was made. Birmingham hallmark. But the date letters are a wee bit obscure, but I think we're maybe thinking about 20s, 30s. I would be estimating it round about £20.
I think you'll make a lot more money than £20 for it.
Do you think so? But you're selling it to me.
Yeah.
You're a good salesman.
Since I would like you to win the competition.
Oh, wow.
I would be prepared to sell it to you for £20.
Give me a kiss. Thank you. £20. I hope this little jockey gallops past the post.
We're looking forward to the first place
I
again.
know. Thanks very much. Thank you. I'm always interested in fountain pens, and I also like to see a night kind of gold nib. And there's 3 here, and there'll be 2 quite plain ones, and this jazzy affair here. What kind of price do you normally sell? £22? That's too much. That's still too much. So what do you think is it? Can I make you an offer? Could you do those for 12? Could you do them for 12? That would be great.
No sooner has Anita pocketed her pens than she's accosted by a tall, dark stranger.
Hi. Yes, yes.
Your town has part of the friend before that.
Lead on. I'm intrigued.
It's not the usual practice for purchasing fine antiques, but Anita Manning's not put off by the back of a people carrier.
You know what that is straight away.
Is that some lovely piece of clouds in here?
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, the twin Devon. Right, okay. Well, that's a lovely bit.
Originally it was Kingsbury in Stoke-on-Trent, which used to be called the Railway Works, and it was reinvented in 1912.
That's a nice bit. That's a nice bit. Still get the original label on it. The only thing that worries me is that slightly neck there. What price are you looking for on it? Oh, shit, tell me your minimum. No, tell me your minimum. 30. Okay, let's do it. It's a deal. Lovely, thank you very much. Thank you. That's lovely, thank you very much.
So, while Anita completes her pottery purchase, Kelso's castle, the siege of the Duke of Roxburgh. Fairy tale turrets, pinnacles.
chance here to see some of the highlights.
Yeah, see them, you want that,
Very careful.
It's a real privilege to walk with this floor's cast off today. I hope you enjoy it. I'm sure you will.
The largest inhabited place in Scotland has always possessed an excellent knowledge, but has significantly increased in the early 20th century with the execution of Mary Golet and American airlines.
It is. It's lovely.
One of Mary's contributions was this outstanding work by Gainsborough.
Captain Roberts, who is Captain Cook's cartographer, and he's pointing to the Sandwich Islands, which he started and which is now, of course, Hawaii. It is. It's one of my favourites. I think it is my favourite one in Newcastle.
Wonderful picture.
One recent comes close to rivaling what Anita discovered yesterday. The treasure of a son.
This is two unpublished poems by Robert Burns, who's Scotland's greatest poet. It's lovely, isn't it? And the date as well. A long time ago. And this is about a poor little wounded hare.
Oh, how romantic.
Yep. The poem, an early version of On Seeing a Wounded Hare, in Burns' own hand, was enclosed in a letter recently unearthed by a member of staff, and it's now displayed at the castle.
This must be really exciting to start with. That's why we don't this, isn't it?
Oh, it is. And all sorts of people are making their way to floors. You're purely to look at it.
Inhuman man, curse off thy barbarous art, and blasted be thy murder-aiming eye. May never pity soothe thee with a sigh, nor ever pleasure glad thy cruel art. Wow, this is turning into quite a trip. But it's time to get back on the road. Mark and Anita are heading from Kelso to Jedburgh. The man who wrote Rule Britannia was born here, and the border with England is just 10 miles away. Jedburgh also has strong rugby ties, and you guessed it.
You go that way, and I'll go this way.
I'll go this way. Are you sending in the wrong direction? I'm sure you're sending in the wrong direction. Unfortunately, sending in the wrong direction. So that goes forward.
Anita is tempted into the curiosity shop and soon finds plenty to excite. Quality antiques, many of the local flavour.
This is a wonderful. It's an example of something real stuff that we are in that area. Everything would be in it's that it has that old naive look about it, but it's high. It's sort of after right to this thing. And too often the smile quite hypocrites. What's that?
Well, I don't know, but in 225 months, that old man struggled to make a profit even at a tiny embryo auction.
There's lots of pictures of here. I have quite glance at it. It's one big ass job in the corner there, and I'm going to have a closer look at it. It's a bit expensive. It wasn't. This is owned by Albert Nathan. I did it in one more in Lamport. I'm really interested in abstract art has grown, and I think it's because it's an auctioneer and it's so many things. And I think I've been really amazed on the natural into the abstract.
But it seems that the price of 145 pounds just can't tempt her enough. And while Anita's agonising over her art, Mark is just plain lost. Perhaps Anita's direction won't altogether accurate after all.
Well, I've enjoyed that with all drive. I hope when they get somebody that might be the next antique shop or an antique centre, and I'll be finding my missing bargains.
So, off to a place which, unless you knew better, you might think was called Four Wing.
Lovely village, really. 6 stones and a half now. This is it. This looks like the sunset. And you would have vintage out of the past. It's nice over there, isn't it?
I'm coming happy if the forest has an off day too. But there are plenty of smaller, less mobile items on this place as well.
It's sweet. It's highly decorated with these little flowers and spells. There's a little man's head here, and you've got little figures at the bottom. That's a very pretty. If you want to know something, it would be quite hard to do. And it's definitely good condition. I think this is 48. It's just a
While Gail goes to grow up a store with a dealer, Mark gets the state of another possible purchase.
And they can figure out every level was worked on. But here we have a little strong, and it's got a place animal. It's really stuff.
Used to originally on Atlantic Island in the same name. The glassmakers were allegedly encouraged to move there from nearby Venice because of medieval health and safety concerns. News that the dealer will take a very reasonable 28 pounds for the silver frame prompts Mark to go for a deal.
Listen, I'm going to go for this translation. I dare to ask you to step on forward.
Yes, you
You're not getting one.
But I'll be best friends.
It's about different views.
I hope I have to depend on my entire life.
That's so hard. It's just
Nothing can be done. Well, what you live, so your name.
those two criminals. Mark is now happy to reveal to his friendly rival.
If we don't do it, yes.
I had a wonderful thing about washing my front side. And this is a little nice little handy and a
Yes,
little
sir.
amethyst glass
Not done.
matrix.
Wasn't it?
£25.
25 to too much on 25 pounds anyway.
This is it's not of the biggest quality. I think it was pretty. I bought it for £10.
It is a good price, and I can see that you're really strict to something. My first item I got to show, it's a lovely little.
Oh, isn't that gorgeous?
It's got to collar and cap.
Oh,
I was
lovely.
first attracted to the heart shape effect. And it is not this side, and it's got the place with something that's more than that.
I love it. Wonderful.
Be pleased.
Tell me,
£20.
that's exactly right. That is a wonderful one.
Donita's equestrian stopper.
It's hallmark silver. It has a Birmingham hallmark. What I liked most about it was the little jockey
Yes,
on the top.
very good.
Well, I like that, and I paid £20 for it.
Well, it's not a lot of money, Lisa.
Next, Mark's brooch.
But I do hope you agree with me that it is a lovely little object.
Oh, that's very, very sweet. Art Nouveau,
Set with a turquoise.
and 9-carat rose gold. All the gold.
£45.
It's definitely worth more than £45 of video time. I'm finding that 10 collectors just love this type of thing, particularly the marbled one. And I'm hoping that the addition of good content in them will carry the thing through.
What do you think?
£12?
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound a lot to me. My next collection, it's a little silver photo frame. It's 4 months at 1890, very much of that sort of classical style, and I just thought it was a lovely little quality item.
How much did you pay for it?
£28.
Excellent. Really, really excellent. That's your best buy. So, oh no!
I just thought, you know, it was a really attractive thing, and I love glasses in there, and I love the Italian glass practice.
Tell me what you paid for it.
£4.
Oh, well done. You've done an Anita. £30.
I love the shape, I love the cover. It is a small chip, which probably just a very good appealing.
I know that slightly worried me a wee bit.
I think there's a work in profit, in my opinion. But I can see why you wanted it. It's a pretty good option. Now, what we're looking at here, Anita, is a ceremonial item connected to the pedestals. So we've got a silver chain, we've got a lovely little badge here that would have gone on the tunic, but this is what really appeals to me, is that you've got a whistle. And when you go like that, it's no worse.
Absolutely superb. I don't really want to ask you how much you paid for it, because it's such
and I honestly, I think that if my hunch is avoid the blind is avoid the this year, let's recognize this for what it is. It could well make £300.
But it's not really.
the brooch, 45, a wee bit here, and it was very pretty, but the gold is fine as well. But I just got rid of that.
Actually, also that little thing right back to the glass is too clear. It's not too clear.
We got glass, that was just about fun. It had no quality at all. Absolutely no quality.
I say I've got absolutely no quality.
After starting out in the port of Melbourne, this leg of our trip will be decided in Sunderland at the Auctioneer's Golden Book. Well, that's you and is it? We're siders and tight siders gathered to get a good look at the blocks. Giles Hodges, the man of the hammer, has his own views on what Mark and Anita are saying.
There's a pretty little jade bangle, anything Oriental Chinese flavour of the month at the moment. My favourite by far is the Victorian silver whistle. I think it's lovely. I think it's nice to see its original box. I'm hoping it's made 2 to 3 of them. We'll see where we're at on the registry.
Mark has spent £197 on 5 lots. While Anita has spent exactly £100 less, also on 5 lots.
Okay, let's do it. Catch the deal.
Excitement mounts. First, Mark's Victorian frame.
15, 15, 18, 20, 22, 25, 28, 30, 32, 35, 38, 40, 55, 45, right, make no mistake, 45.
Especially under commission, no rest. Anita's crown every child.
40, 55, 55, and 55 pounds. Else to the free. 55 pounds all done.
Actually, almost twice what she weighed. Inventing Mark's variety. Fancy the bargain?
And £5 bid for somebody. Fire away.
She done
£100 started, £2 bid on the front of 2, 4, 6, £6. Front of 6, and £6. All done. And £6.
Definitely not what Mark has hoped for. From Kelso Market.
20 to start them at £20. 1 3 at £20. 2 anybody know? 22. The ladies finished at £22. 25 yes or no? £22. 75.
Less commission, of course. In Mark's Art Nouveau gold brooch next.
I have 2 commission bids. We start at £55. 69 at £55. 68. 55 last chance. 55. Commission bid.
Thanks, Ian. To a lady from the dealer. Yes, the stopper.
Started at £15. Anybody at 50, 18, 20, 2, £22 a bit to third, 25, 25.
What's cost of that bid? She's just got her money back. That's a pretty
Oh.
Peter's J. Fraser.
I've got 2 bids, 30 starts rate, 35, 40, 5, 50, 5, 55 pounds. 60 anybody? 55 pounds, we're away at 55.
Yes. Well, over 5 times what it cost.
Well done, it so you've got an eye for the
Yes, next in Mark's Fancy the Bath.
5 pounds, 55, 60. The bids upstairs at 60. Anybody else there? All done at 60.
So you should be.
I was thinking 50 to 60 is above my expertise.
Oh, Penny.
Commission bid straight at £5 starting. 5, 8, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20. We all done? At 20.
Well,
Sadly, after all costs, it will be. Now, for the once forgotten whistle.
Starting 120, 140, 60, 180, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280. At 280, for £280 for the last time at 280.
Yes. That real treasure has put Mark back in the lead.
that's how it's settled. That's it. I'm very pleased with that. Because we all
We want everybody to be happy. A great day in with them, especially for Mark's next in the lead. He began with 327. He paid £168.72 after auction costs. So he has £496.60 to spend tomorrow. A litre sold his brand with £378.60 and made £48.40 after auction costs, leaving her with £426.74 to spend tomorrow.
That auction over.
Absolutely.
There was 180, now you're on top.
On top, 2-1 to be a leader. So the champion match is running. It just almost be one day later. People who was never to make this move are we really happy. These are big floppers here, all right?
We'll see what happens next week.
Join us tomorrow as Mark gets cheeky for Mark watching the duration for today. And Peter gets sentimental.
When you reveal just a lot of us, select and take a video, and select the truth, because it gives you a flat on the side. There, a flat.
Always try to consider the lowest prices on the latest phones. With unlimited data. Expect more. Sky Mobile.
The nation's favorite antiques experts, 200 pounds each. One big challenge. The aim is to achieve and hope each antique has a profit, but it's not as easy as you might think. Things don't always go to plan price. So they refer with a useful face or come to a crime. This is the antique story. This is a box. Is there a little modest miner they call Crude Oil Tycoon for Yorkshire after setting up from Bonnie, Scotland. Scotland's first female. So let's keep prices there.
Oh, you go for 30 minutes.
The market dealer from Brighton is actually
That's actually on Wednesday.
I know.
The shop's just up the roof bar. Walk up here. I'll have a think. What's out? What we're going to do in the final demonstration is how to meet these mountains. Okay, let's go.
After the meter began with 200 pounds each, and have already handed a handsome start. After just ahead with 496 pounds 60 each spent, while a meter has 426 pounds 74 p. This mixture travels from deep in the Cairn Gorms via the tropics of his Bedford direct to France. Today's show is St Helen Auckland. Durham heads the boat for Campbell and Darlington.
The treasure trove.
It's all right. You go in the right, you stay here, and then we'll change you. Forward.
Now this shop is called something different. A Python-esque file where bargains can be found amongst bric-a-brac.
Well, it's a little bridge, which is made of little cord. What's the deal?
That's the favorite thing that goes in.
I believe that's a code.
For a demonstration of the finest in low fidelity.
This is obviously the home entertainment section here. We wind it up from here and I don't believe that. I do not believe that.
That's the bush.
Radio is priced at £28 and the grammar at £45. But perhaps if I need to promise you not to start singing again, you might get that tonight.
I could be interested in
Right. So that yeah, to me, 50 for the two. 50 for
40.
what about 45 and then we'll like yeah.
We have
Mark's got sporting goods in his sleeve.
This is a sort of, so you obviously open it here. And then you put the strap down. And things in there. Not to mind anything, it's sort of not to get rid of shooting today, but then you, I guess, what you live in your, something like that. So when you go home to take you away, then you shoot whatever it is. We'll ask Yvonne if we get him in to see.
But what's this wandering target?
That's quite interesting.
Something a little more traditional comes into view.
This is a Chinese box. It's called Cinema, which is the red line sort of cafe with its black design. That's actually good. But just on that sort of thing.
Good in the life.
There's a profit in it. I thought that's right. I think it's I'm not convinced.
Right. Yeah.
What sort of move?
I mean, I could do 45 on it.
45. I've got to
Could maybe do a bit better price on the pumpkin. If I got 45 with that, then you give me 40 for that.
40.
How does that sound?
It sounds reasonable.
Never take offence.
I'm not great.
I just wonder if we could do the pair for 75.
Hopefully,
Yeah, all right, Mark. You've got to have a chance as well. That's that, Mark. Thank you.
This is a lovely little Clisoni buckle, and I love Clisoni wear. The patterns are made by little wire sections made up and filled with coloured lace enamels and little pattern. It's not a silver back, which I'd love to see. It's a brass back. I mean, I like it just as an object to look at it, but I want to like play that it's not a useful object, but really quite pretty.
After a quick shuffle through the cabinet,
I find a little bronze, which I think is charming. It's quite bronze. I'm not absolutely sure. I do like it. It's sweet, isn't it? Hot.
So true.
so £39. Next, he's priced that, and the label on the button says £29.
I'm thinking on this one here, I don't see it.
You're not going to be 40.
It's only me 10. That means could you go to one now? I
When you
It seems to me that you break strides today and perhaps describe China. Yet another Oriental. This is what is so.
You're the one that's putting his. Are you listening in?
Two heads ago. Where's this third picture? Yes, it is actually.
So, Mars threatens to get in the internal stop. Anita has sensibly called a minicab to take her to the next shop and is travelling from St Helens, Auckland to Cleveland. But we will cross the dots, so they can say that we need to select the drinks, plus a series of all the 5 bombs.
Thanks for the morning touch with
Well, let's get.
Janet King. Watch every episode right here
And
very happy.
no, it's a
Anita soon finds herself amongst the mix of antiques gifts, with a special emphasis on the adult.
This is Griselda Hill. Now, the Griselda Hill company, what we wheels and the patterns of wheels. And wheels was that wonderful white pottery of Gilbert Heron and Sons. This is quite typical of the Wheelsware, with these wonderful cabbage roses. And if this was our early 20th century, the wheels carried thousands of pounds. But it's very jolly, it's Griselda Hill. I love it to bits. That's the price of that. And this is Moral. It's a wonderful piece of nailing which was made in Newcastle on time. Very, very popular, very colourful. You can see this pattern here, which is called nailing thumbprint. Factory closed in 1960, which was a shame, but people love it. And no wonder.
But the mailing plate is £56, and the big wheels cap £125, well outside her budget. Time to get a move on, Peter. This is also Wheelsware at £42.
I'd love to buy a piece, but it's, I don't know what you make a problem on it, but I would like to buy it because they're still being produced. They're not going to reach high prices in auction. Would it be possible to buy that for, say, 20? Can we do it?
Mining world has also been forced to account with boring things like air conditioning and power steering.
You look pretty familiar.
They always say that.
Because I'm David Darby. I wonder if I'll get away with saying, it's actually very low and fair.
Right. Mark's travelling from St Helen to Stanley to visit Beamish.
Oh, I've been here.
This open-air museum is a specially created village made up of authentic buildings hand-picked from the surrounding area to help tell the story of the northeast from Georgian to Edwardian
Been on
times.
that.
The village is described as a living museum that the public can experience firsthand, and it's the original Beamish colliery which dominates the landscape.
Well, dressed like that, you have to be rich. Very nice to meet you. Welcome to Beamish. Very good to meet you. Now, I understand you're going to show me some items of public collections.
Absolutely, we're going to go inside the Aladdin's Cave with his art collection store.
Behind the scenes of Beamish is a vast archive of material which can't be displayed in the village, and Mark is here to find a few of the treasures they hold.
What we've pulled out for you here is a really special collection relating to the Hidden Trial disaster just a mile up the road at Stanley. So here are the members who died in the mine. 168 people lost their lives. A huge explosion. Between 150 and 200,000 people turned up to the funeral. There were 15,000 people at the top of the mine while they were rescuing people coming out because it was a huge spectacle, huge disaster. Children aged 13 that might be killed.
Neighbouring Stanley has a fine memorial to those who died in 1999, but most other traces of the industry have now almost completely disappeared.
You're the child for South Wales, of course, another great mining area. Had our own shares of disasters in the past, and I'm from a family where my father and a lot of his brothers were miners. And I remember as a child being absolutely amazing. It was a very scary place, very scary, even in the 1970s. So, and I remember my father telling me that his brother was killed in the mining accident. So it was a very, very, very hard work, very hard work.
Although mining was without doubt a grim business, there's a strong tradition of miners in their spare time creating works of art, such as banners and other more unusual items.
This is
folk art made on the range at Martin's Place.
Tell me about this, Richard, because this is really quite weird, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
I've never seen anything. Are you wooded?
It's dropped in the shape of a cross. It's got God in a bottle.
It's God in a bottle.
Yeah, this is on the mantelpiece or in the corner of the room. It was thought to have slightly mysterious and magical qualities.
It is something rather eerie about it, isn't it? It's a bit like a sort of ship at the bottom of the ocean. The bits and pieces floating around. Or on top of it, you could maybe say it's a
A very early one.
A very early. I do love all this, though. This is a cigarette cutter. You've got all the faces going so neatly around.
Beautifully inlaid. Must have taken them.
It really is a work of art, isn't it? It really is a work of art.
I just think when I look at 1990s, I think of the person that made how they would smile and laugh if we were stood there now.
I appreciate it.
In the middle of a museum.
I can't imagine actually what they'd be called.
Now, for sheer authenticity, that beats everything. But it may take some time to get back to the hotel. Day 2, and there's much anticipation in the hotel car park as Mark and Anita await Bluebell's temporary replacement.
I don't know, but it's not taking or I'm dying to get started. Well, I'm sure it'll be her job, but I said it would be. Oh, what is it?
Yes!
Oh, Anita. Oh, my God.
I like the news. You know, I have a Steve. Silk ties,
This sounds how I'll do that.
Yesterday, Mark bought 3 items for £80, including the leather gun case.
There's a man there. That's not legitimate.
Anita bought 5 items at a cost of £114 and had a sing-along. But has it made them happy? Yeah, pretty obvious, I'd say. Today they make their way to a luxury Darlington, calling in first at the Stone Drop, where Mark will deliver Anita to Raby Castle.
A drawbridge.
Was they naturally the Scottish Revolver?
Just
Gorgeous.
Raby, the home of Bard, is one of Britain's finest medieval castles. It was begun in the 12th century by the Neville family on land given to them by King Knut.
Julia, it's so lovely to meet you. And welcome to Raby Castle.
The Nevilles were one of the most powerful dynasties in the country, and Raby was, for several hundred years, their heavily fortified home. Until, as the castle's curator Claire Owen explains, the family fell from grace.
Anita, I'm now taking you into the Barracks Hall, which is reputedly one of the largest rooms in a house in the north of England. It's 132 feet long, and they plotted the rising of the North Sea in 1569. 700 knights met here to plot against Elizabeth I in support of Mary Queen of Scots. And of course that uprising failed, and then the Nevilles, who at that time owned the castle, they had to flee, and the castle became crown property.
All round the gigantic room where the plot was hatched, there are now reminders of the Vanes, who bought it just over 50 years later for just £18,000. Since 1626, the Vanes have extensively modelled the interior of the castle and added many fine works of art. Perhaps the most spectacular of their creations is the Gothic entrance hall. The work was commissioned in the late 18th century by the second Earl of Darlington to celebrate the coming of age of his son, who was returning from a grand tour of Europe.
And when he came back, Barney in 1787, he tried to the castle.
Near the corner of the entrance hall stands one of the castle's oldest residences.
It was first displayed in the Great Exhibition in 1951, and the Duke of Cleveland at the time saw this beautiful statue there, where it actually was draped with the sacred modesty. When Queen Victoria visited the exhibition from 1859 right up to 2 years ago, it had stood in Raby Castle. And actually in 2008, with Tate Britain was the star of it. It was quite a star attraction there. And while she was away, we took the opportunity to have her watched. She had a bath. That's it. Yeah, she looks really splendid.
While Anita and the architects, Mark was made his way to his first shop of the day, driving from Stephen to Willington.
Coming to you live from Richard Cross, to not be arranged with this. Some episodes right here on XTV player. Oh, that
Yesterday, plenty of reminders. Again, too, like this brown glass object.
It's great because that's so good. It's a glass.
find something he is interested in.
So the one struggling to all that's all of his friends.
On the back, there are the results of several house clearances, with plenty more to rummage amongst.
I think this is a dark impression. And it's the sort of thing that a lady removes the dark soft silver stuff you've got over there with very good patterns to throw away.
Okay, adios.
But actually, it's quite nice. It's got all the sort of cheap to hit there. I don't think the sort of box in there. So I feel as if we can't do it. It should be really nice. And I don't want to be a big but I find something that will come with it. Now, what's this? That's not one of the sort of gorge-shaped shell. I just want to know whether you get wave. Actually, so it's the basis of some floating shell or something. I just decided to use a bit of old brass thread.
Oh.
I think something good for that. It's not really good. I do like these two little items. I really see if I can you've got 30 pounds on the water cap. There's no price on this.
We don't have a good price. I think it's actually a good thing.
Yeah, two of them each.
It might be a good thing.
It's not on the whole thing. You can maybe get actually. Is that too cheap?
Jump out as well.
Could we do a live figure 20? Are you sure?
All you have to do is move the wheel.
It's a full sort of awesome. It's all sort of, but the brake just doesn't do the right thing. It feels too thick.
Quite right. Your the light bulb is quite easy. If the plating on the outer surface is a thin layer of real gold.
And this to look like a solid. I think it feels more like a twin.
Yes.
Asian 26 is going to the data. So the price is
I wouldn't like to tell you that to say that
I don't abuse it.
But I think we could put this on the end for because we were interested in gold at the moment, so I know that we're pouring out gold. So I think
Mark and Anita get together and heading for a final opportunity. That means Wellington to Barnard Close.
Was a little draft, didn't I? Put the window up.
Take all of that. Barnard Castle in Teesdale isn't just a castle, but a whole town built around the fortification. It was founded by the Normans and used to make a living from spinning and weaving. The castle's now an attractive ruin. There's the famous Clothes Museum nearby. Or, by the bottom market, it's an antique shop. Mark hasn't really had a full day, but he just comes this one door shop.
Let us hope that we might be able to find something I want to buy.
While across the street, Anita still has lots of cash and plenty to choose from. And then she's once more tempted by a picture.
This is a short drawing of a charming little boy, I would imagine. He's very sweet, well executed. It's obviously here,
I think so.
and we do have enough to say on this one.
But she's not so keen on the price. This one is £88. But fair, shopkeeper accepts 140.
It's not correct.
You were able to come anywhere near that one to buy.
Well, I could possibly come some here. It.
Yeah.
For 120.
Come to the 80.
I was going to work out, but I said, oh, look,
Could you come down a bit more? Could you come down to 100? If you could come down to 100, I feel that I might have a chance and I would be willing to take that chance on it.
What? I'll let you know. I realise you've got strong competition.
Speaking of which, how is Mark?
Now, this is a little bottle hooper. There's a nice little thing, actually, very crisply engraved. What they've done here is they've if I put it in to say, I put it in because of this, I lack the quality of it.
Unfortunately, the shopkeeper will be shown, so we'll just have to wait here and listen in.
Do you think 18 are you sure if I can't speak you down with what they have? Maybe 30. I love your story. I wish I could myself all the time to the top.
somebody's good like that.
Right. After some hard negotiations,
Got my pen.
I bought it for 17 and I got my £3 change. And again, I took it for profit.
So, with the bargain, the mystery shopkeeper, they are now boys.
Is a wonderful picture. And Yvonne was kind enough to give me 178, one of which is I belong to the land.
We certainly do. Glasgow's very lucky to have you.
I'm going to put these two lots together, Mark, and I bought a little Bakelite radio.
How much did you pay?
Well, I paid for both of them for
£42.
Not too bad, is it?
I'm not what you call the shooter.
Exactly, and I find that these things are really well not how much before it. That's good. Now I know you like this one part, and this is a little to the sort of bucket.
Very, very good. I'm very beautiful. So, what do you think? Well, that's good.
It's not.
Not about that.
Chinese law, but there's been an itch.
It's about like, of course. But I put it together with an 18th century Maori pot.
That somebody should be you. Now, there, we have found it in the drawer that you left me, and it will get to the auction.
It looks like it's the big any place they said no, it actually like the sort of wings Griselda Hill.
I must have been known you for a good idea. Yes. Something I've never heard of Griselda. Yeah, what did you pay for? Is that good? I don't know. I've never heard of it.
We'll find out at the auction.
Okay.
What's your next piece?
I fell in love with this little dog because it's so cool. But the thing that really caught my attention was its tapestry. This wonderful water cabin.
I think this is what's to be charming. I love my art. I love my.
Or 20 pounds.
Well, I mean, I think this would be good stuff. It's a very charming little. It's a wee cheeky chappy. I paid £40 for that.
Gasoline.
Is the market. I would like to see this home. Just for a child can make it into £100. Well, my next item in the is a little late 19th century and cooler.
Well, it's absolutely lovely, but and I do love that ingredient. It's so beautiful.
That's a trip, isn't it? I take £17.
Well done. I found this lovely
Yeah,
pair
that's
of
painting, isn't it?
Astor shirts. A lot of children. Not you type of thing?
To be honest with you, can I be honest with you?
Oh, yes.
They're not at all. I think they look like they've been with the
I think that one looks a bit like you.
I think it's one of that one piece of beauty, it's not really blonde piece. It's a very, very
That's not bad, but I think I looked at it being 55.
I'm speechless.
It's a bad buy. It's your last time.
That's right, isn't it?
How did you manage to buy a piece of gold?
It's George IV, and it's 1826, and a lot of sovereigns were dated 1826. That's one of the years I've seen people. Well, it was a real part to it.
I think it was like, ooh.
Like the stars on there was one of paintings on this fabulous
I'm just not sure about. He's not sure either. It's taken £1 and £10. Well, it's
I'm going to call it a sort of the question mark. Let it actually design
Did this.
There's a reason Red Rock has more lots of streets. Watch it now on this.
But guess what? Crude oil is back. Crowded in to soak up the lots of that real parts of this place fast. But what was all clear use of it? Think about what market you turn eventually, and especially that coin. I'm not sure what it is, but it's not real. It's not real. It's not fake. So what it is exactly. So yeah, people know enough of the business.
Mark had spent £127 on 5 lots.
Yeah.
While Anita had spent £240 or so on. Time for the nursery record. Mark Chinese lot.
Pounds, two pieces together, £20, £35 second row, and £35, 40
Next to me.
£30 for it. £25 is on the net, £25 over in the room. Thank you. That's £30. £30, 35, anybody for it? That's £30 greater than that. £35. At £30. At £30.
pounds at £35 the leather gun case. But 44 45 50. Now Ruth.
Okay, so yeah, two pesos for that, but it's got better news for sure. He said,
£15. 20
okay.
20 and a half. 25.